Hello YouTube. I'd like to welcome you to a MacBook Air unboxing. This model was refurbished, so for all of you looking to get a refurb MacBook Air, I guess this is for you. This model is a previous generation mid-2009 model. It is not the October 2010 model, but it actually includes some features, as well as lacks, but it includes some features that the 2010 MacBook did not include. We'll get into that later. But it was substantially cheaper for refurb, and as of now, I've not seen any difference in terms of quality. So, packaging is obviously different. Instead of the nice, fancy, inlaid boxes, you get a baseline, cut and dry cardboard box with nothing on it, and then you get an Apple certified little accessory kit that includes, there you see the AC extension cord, which I'm using right now, pretty much everyone does. There's the Ethernet adapter, which is actually included with the previous generation MacBook Airs, and right now I think I'm trying to, yeah, that is the actual power brick itself with the special MagSafe made custom for MacBook Air, which is now standard, the slim design. Right now there's some software. It comes with an iLife 11 disk because this MacBook was made before they preloaded it, so you have to load it yourself. You have to use that remote disk. There's the Everything Mac, Everything Else booklet, which I'm sure you all know about. It also comes with a cleaning cloth. But back to the installing iLife, you have to use remote disk, which didn't really work too well. I think it was the disk itself. I got the remote disk set up fine, but the disk kept on freezing up and timing out, so I don't know what was up with that. So I ended up having to find an alternative. But I do have iLife 11 installed and it's running fine. It's running really fast with the SSD drive. Oh, another thing about the specs, this is the 128 gigabyte solid state drive, 2.13 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo processor, and 2 gigabytes of RAM, so some power crammed into that little frame you see there. Which, I'd like to get into the actual feel of the product in terms, what I mean by... The first thing I noticed, I mean, of course it's really light and thin, but the first thing I really noticed was how durable and sturdy it felt. I mean, the aluminum really does add to the durability, and it feels like it can sustain some punishment, for lack of a better term. But yeah, it looks like it feels like it can hold up to the rigors of everyday use, so that's a good thing to know. I mean, it looks kind of cheap, and I mean, not cheap, but it's definitely not cheap, but it looks kind of fragile when you look at it, pictures and stuff, but those really don't do it justice. You have to feel and hold it for yourself to really understand the quality of this product. Right now I'm checking for the blemishes, if there was any, maybe cuts or scratches, because this is a refurb. But no, it's in pristine condition. I have not found any scratches or bumps. There was not even a smudge on anything when I got it, so I mean, in terms of quality, refurbished Apple products, at least in my experience, are just as good as new in terms of the actual product itself. The ports were in the latch-down door you saw there. I'll get into that later. Here's me opening it up. It shows you can open it with one finger, especially with this model MacBook Air. The hinge has a lot more give, I think, than the current model, so I think there were some hinge problems actually, but right now I haven't had any problems. I've been using it for about 4 or 5 days. Just be kind of careful with it. That's the only part that seems kind of fragile. And there you see, here is some size comparisons. This is the 3rd or 2nd generation, I forgot, iPod Video. So you see it's a pretty small machine. The footprint is pretty small. I mean, not as small as an 11-inch you can get nowadays, but still pretty small. Here's the thickness comparison. Even at its thickest point, you can see that it looks to be a bit thinner than the 2nd generation iPod Video, so that's pretty impressive considering all the computing power they packed in there in that tight frame. Here's the actual keyboard and trackpad. The keyboard is really nice, really good feel to the keyboard, as is every Apple keyboard, and the trackpad has multi-touch gestures, which are one of the best features about this notebook. Here are some of the ports, really limited. Headphone jack, 3.5mm, USB 2.0, and mini DVI, or micro DVI, I forgot, but they're okay. I guess that's one of the trade-offs for MacBook Air. And so overall, I'd say the MacBook Air is a quality machine. I'm using this as my primary computer, and I have not found any problems with it. No heating problems as of yet. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.